Welcome to Speaking Up with Jessica Dumas. I'm a certified life coach that specializes in business, leadership, and all things speaking and confidence mindset. Let's chat. Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks so much for allowing me to spend some time with you. I'm Jessica Dumas, a member of Kisikunan First Nation. I offer speaker coaching and training. And I just wanted to send a shout out to Treaty One Nations, Inc. I did a confident speaking class with them last week, and it was so much fun. It was a full day. We had about 20 people in the room. And this training is really awesome because I get to train all morning, teach them a bunch of tools and skills for feeling energy and confidence in your body, how to structure a talk, all of that stuff. And then in the afternoon, they present. So it's real practice for everybody. And they had so much fun. And when they have so much fun, I have so much fun. One of the takeaways that I get to take with me when I leave is I ask them, what would you say to someone considering taking this training? And the response was so rewarding. Some of it sounded like, you should take it. It helps with nervousness, or it's great. You'll learn good tools. Other people said, take the training. It will help with being a better speaker. And it's an excellent training. Even when you're an experienced speaker, it helps focus your talk. So if any of that interests you, jessicadumas.ca is my website. You should check it out because it's seriously my favorite workshop to do. It's so much fun having this space to share with you, but it's so much fun when I have a guest with me. And today I have a guest with me, Dawn Marie Chartrand. Welcome, Dawn.
Miigwech, hello.
Hello, thanks so much for being here. So I'm going to tell everyone a little bit about you. So Dawn Marie Chartrand is a visual artist. She's a musical entertainer and a yoga instructor. And she's a member of Rolling River First Nation, Manitoba. So I want to talk to you, Dawn, about your yoga experience. I was doing some research on you today. I went on Google, and it says yoga with an Indigenous infusion. And her practice focuses on introducing Indigenous people to healing and wellness through art and yoga. And that's so unique. How did you get into that?
Well, I've been practicing yoga for about 14 years now. And throughout my journey with practicing yoga, it was very rare that I would see a fellow Indigenous person in yoga practice. And I don't know if I've ever seen any visible yoga instructors that was Indigenous, that presented as Indigenous or was that was visibly Indigenous. So after 13 years of practice, I decided to become an instructor, mainly to create a safe space where people could come and learn yoga. Yoga has helped me in my healing journey in so many ways. So the inspiration was to bring this practice to Indigenous people where they're at, where they live, work.
Yeah, I think you're so right when you say, like, it's not really an Indigenous people thing. Like, right. I think it wasn't until I was an adult that I heard about yoga, and then it was still years after that I never did yoga because it just didn't seem like a common thing or a normal thing, especially for Indigenous people.
Right. Well, I don't know if we've ever been very welcome in those spaces. My first yoga class, I remember how it felt really I felt unwelcome. It felt very intimidating to go there. So I was also, I just wanted to mention that when I first began yoga, I wore braces on my knees, my back. I had 2 custom-made arm braces, and I walked with a cane, and I was 33. So I lived in chronic, severe pain, and somehow stumbled across a yoga class. And after the first class, I noticed that I could move just a little bit easier. And the yoga, the breath work, all of that played a huge role in just being able to release energy and feel better. And that's what drew me back to practice again and again, and made it such an integral part of my own healing journey.
That's incredible. I love that. And yoga is such a it's really an accessible exercise. I started doing it a couple of years ago because one of my friends was posting a 30-day yoga challenge on Instagram, and I was stuck in the house, right? All of us were. We won't say why. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to start doing yoga. And I started doing yoga, and it really helped with flexibility, the pain in my back, because I have 2 old injuries in my back.
Right.
And I never had to leave the home. Like, I have YouTube. I could do yoga.
Right. Yes.
So that was pretty cool.
It is. And I don't want to say that it was something that happened right away. It was definitely a process. I've been practicing for about 13, 14 years. And it was probably about 7 years in that I noticed that I didn't have to wear those braces anymore. And I'm not pain-free, but my quality of life is just so much better.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sure that people hearing that, like, we're all looking for relief in all areas of our lives. And to know that, hint, hint, that yoga, like, is so accessible. So another thing that I wanted to mention, Dawn, was, so you and I have met in the last year. And I don't remember, like, friends on Facebook, right? We're friends with Facebook with everybody in our community. And what was most impressive to me was you were very open about your healing journey. So you had experienced a loss, which I didn't realize was so recent.
Right.
And this is a common, unfortunate part of life. It's something that many of us in our community can relate to. But what's special about your journey is that you're very open about your loss and processing it, which is really helpful for others to see. And you're also really open about the healing part of it. And the services that you offer, such as laughing yoga, to me is just, it's a brilliant culmination of who you are and what you're here to offer. And thank you for doing that.
Oh, laughter yoga, laughing yoga, laughter yoga. The opportunity presented itself in October of 2022. And I'm someone who's like many of us, you know, the big anti-laugh. Everywhere I've lived and worked, I've always gotten in trouble for laughing. So when the opportunity to train as a laughing yoga instructor arose, I was like, yes, sign me up. It sounds like fun. It sounds like something that's like right up my alley. I want to do this without even without having heard of it before. So when I took the training, it was very different. It's unique. It's kind of like what we're doing is we're simulating laughter and just expressing ourselves through laughter. We're connecting deep breathing with laughter techniques and laughter games, laughter exercises, and it's a little bit unusual and very unique. It is very fun, but it's also kind of, it's a little awkward at first. So when I became an instructor for laughter yoga, I was like, how am I going to get people to do this? And then, you know, it was the very month after that I lost my son. Very tragic circumstances. It was very sudden and so painful. And after the initial first few months of dealing with that grief, I remembered what I learned in laughter yoga. That we can express laughter, that we have the ability to experience laughter when it's the last thing we feel like doing, and that we can release pain and we can release sorrow and anger through laughter and still experience the same benefits as if we were laughing, you know, with our friends, with our aunties, with our cousins, that our body still experiences the same health benefits. And so I started putting that into practice. And then I realized that this is real. And this isn't something that is just, you know, that we came up with out of the blue as some fun, quirky little game. Laughter yoga is a worldwide practice. So it's really, really interesting. It's so fun. It really, really is. And it's a way that it's something that allows us the opportunity to feel better fast using one of our 7 natural ways of healing. Just laughter.
Wow. Oh my God, that's incredible.
I could talk and talk.
This is the place for it. This is the place for it. I want to extend my heartfelt thank you and my condolences to you for your loss.
Miigwech.
And thank you for sharing what you just shared. Like, and anyone who's experienced loss, like what you just said about laughing when it's the last thing that you want to do. Like, how many of us, put your hand up if that's you, like we've experienced loss, and you go through these stages of just exactly that, of like, who am I to laugh? Who am I to, enjoy life? But what you've just shared is like, it's our right. And
exactly. It's our gift. And you know what? Sometimes laughter, I mean, we have other natural gifts, natural ways of healing. But sometimes when it feels like you've cried every tear, and it feels like you've yelled, you've been angry, you've done so many things, and you're all cried out, I mean, there is that option to laugh.
If you could give us like the quickest tip on like, what could we do to laugh right now, what would that be?
Laugh. Just do it. Like, fake it till you make it. Because even if you don't make it, say we're just laughing. Our body doesn't know the difference. So we still experience the same mental and physical health benefits as if we were laughing for, at humor, jokes, comedy, all of that. Our body doesn't know the difference. And that's what is so cool.
That's so cool. It's so magical. So Dawn Chartrand Yoga at gmail.com.
Right.
So she's offering workshops. There's also a language and yoga. She's an artist. She has so much to offer. And thank you so much for being here and sharing that and just letting everyone know that this is available to them.
For sure. Miigwech for having me. And I also have social media pages. My business is called Indigenous. So that's OM-Indigenous Yoga and Wellness. So I have the Indigenous Yoga and Wellness page on Facebook and Dawn Chartrand Yoga on Instagram. And I welcome any and all inquiries. This is a practice suitable and safe and can be enjoyed by all ages. I've taught laughter yoga and yoga to everyone from little babies in daycare, like toddlers, right up to elderly people. So it's to be enjoyed by all.
Amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Dawn. And that's how you can reach Dawn, DawnChartrandYoga@gmail.com. And also, if your organization is looking for speaker training, then you and I should talk. As an organization leader, you want to equip your team as front leaders to be good speakers, and I can help you with that. So whether you're in the front line or you're leading from behind, you need speaker training. I offer group training, individual coaching, and online programs. I can't wait to help you use your voice confidently, take up space. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time. Miigwech, ekose, merci. Get in touch with me on Instagram or my website at jessicadumas.ca.